No point in blaming you, you did not know. Oh, I thought you were the one for me. That's why I give you everything. Held you close by the stormy seas. Oh, you meant the world to me. Oh, you meant the world to me.
अच्छा। Hello everyone, welcome back to Caesar Esports. This is your host Dinkar coming in with the live stream with the casting of PMCL Week 4. This is the day 4 of Silver Playoffs. Thank you so much for joining this stream. These games are powered by Game.tv, brought to you by Caesar Esports. Anyways, the flight path will arrive in 30 seconds, and after that we'll have a look at the flight path, and we'll also have a look at where the teams are heading to. This is a lobby of 55, and I don't think M88 is in the right squad or in the squad where he would have wanted himself to be, but we'll have to see where he will head to. Alright, we have a total of 55 players fighting it out for the chicken dinner. At the last it angle that we hosted yesterday, it was an amazing match. We had an awesome chicken dinner. I guess it was a 23 kill chicken dinner by one squad, and I don't remember the name actually, but it was a massive chicken dinner. Let's see if that can actually happen today. The numbers are less if we talk about the lobby. Yes, this is a lobby of 55, a total of 18 teams actually playing it out in this map of Irangle. The fight path starts from Sosnovoka military base and finishes off at shooting range or behind the area of shooting range, just between Zaki and Sivani. Teams will have a little bit of issue if they want to go to Miltapa or Lipovka and maybe Kamishki or Stolber as well. I haven't seen many teams taking the drop of Stolber or Kamishki, but we'll have to see if that happens today. After that, if you talk about drops like Yasnaya, they are accessible, but you'll have to glide it out till that position. Georgia City is still accessible, a great place to be at. After that, Primos teams might go there, and I can see teams avoiding the military base island. Only one squad, I guess team number 10 is the team who has taken the that military base island drop, and I guess they saw that the players in the plane didn't change till that point, so they knew that there is no one at military base island, and that's why they have taken it, because you can see that they took that drop very late. They, you know, at the flight path, the plane was actually trying to cross the military base island, and after that they took that drop. So that means that they were actually having an eye on that players in cabin part, you know, that counting, and yes, they knew that no one took that drop, and that's why they are heading towards that. That's a wild strategy. That's a very good strategy, I would say, a wild and good. So both the things coming into play. After that, we'll see if teams go to Pochinki as well. Some teams, I can see team number 22, team number 12, team number 8 taking some safe drops, going towards safer compounds, smaller compounds. They might have a little bit of banter in Gatka, and yes, we are in for a fight in Gatka. I think team number 12 taking that Gatka compound, team number 8 also in a very close proximity to that place. We'll have to see if that fight starts. Both the squads actually didn't want an early fight, and that's why they took this drop, but this has actually landed a little bit of trouble for them. When two players try to go safe, that makes an unsafe. That, like, we have negative positive, and this is safe unsafe going the same way. Anyways, let's see who gets the gun first and who gets to draw the first blood, or who gets to, you know, take the first opportunity for his squad. Zed and Sukoon gets knocked out by Vehicle, so maybe he was trying to go as far as possible. He has been knocked out by Vehicle, and he has been finished off as well. Team number 8 coming in with that buggy at this location, and H2D, he already has a gun. We also see We also saw H2D playing yesterday. He played it out really well. He was beautiful with those grenades, and PPPP actually has a AKM as well as an AKM, and we'll have to see if he will be able to use that AKM or if he will be knocked out. Zedin Crisis on the other hand knocking a player off Merix. So they have started well, I would say, because one of their players, Zedin's player was knocked out very early in the game, and after that they tried to come back. Now still he is trying to use that vehicle to get a knock for his squad, but some shots are coming in on him, and that will not allow him to make to do any kind of damage. And yes, other player goes down. Zedin trying to take the advantage of this thing that is happening. He'll try to finish him off by the use of fists, and that was the only option that he had. If team number 18 who are at school apartments, if they can actually get a scope, or maybe an M16 or M4 single taps can come into play, and Zedin squad can be landed in a little bit of trouble. If I talk about Zedin squad, one of the player was finished off in the early game. When the game started, one of the player was knocked out by vehicle, and they have actually got 2 kills after that. So good comeback, and H2D getting knocked out by vehicle. So Gatka fight also going towards an end. So team number 8 starting off with 3 players. On the other hand, if we go towards the Giorgio containers, we have 2 teams at containers. We haven't seen this happening from a long time. 2 teams in containers. Actually, one of the player is trying to fall back as soon as possible. Dhaliwal might get a revival if Manab PBX Nawab will try to come back, or if he will try his best to revive. Dhaliwal is still trying to crawl back to his squad mate, but his squad mate is going as far away as possible. He's not looking to come back and revive. Yes, he's not coming back. Team number 4 also trying to still trying to spot the players of team 24. They will be confirming that kill, and they are still trying their best to confirm this kill, to get this kill in their favor, to get 1 kill point more, because they already have 2 kill points. Bleed Marshy playing from the squad, BL Kaiser, DDS Wizard and Coffin as well. They are 4 guys standing. If we talk about team number 11, 2 of their player were finished off, and I guess that was the greed of finishing off that player. That was the greed of getting more kills that landed this kind of position for them. They had the vehicle in the early game. They got 1 kill through that vehicle, and after that they tried to run over on more people, and when they tried to do that, they weren't able to do it successfully. But what happened was the other players got the gun, and they actually that actually fired back on them. DTS Wizard getting confirmed on Dilwal as well. He has been finished off. He has bled out, and Leonis doesn't look in a good shape right now. He doesn't have a gun. He didn't get a gun in this compound as well. That's very unlucky, I would say, because this is a good compound, 2 to 3 houses in this compound, and you must get a gun here because this is a nice place. But right now he didn't get even 1 gun in that full compound. He is lucky enough to get a new vehicle, so that will be a little bit of luck going his way. But let's see if he will get a gun in the later game, or if he will be spotted by other squad. He's going the right way. He won't be going towards Yasna or Mansion, I would say. He will be still aiming for the smaller compounds. Maybe if he goes towards Yasna, that might be his end for today. Yes, he's heading towards Yasna, and this can be very harmful for his squad and his survival as well. And that's a brave move after going through what happened at Ruzhok. The two of the players were finished off in the early game, and now what he's doing, he's going towards Yasna, which is more of a difficult place to conquer, and one squad is already in Yasna, and as an experienced player he must be already knowing it, that if he goes towards a named place in this kind of game, in this kind of a map, where we are already 6 minutes into the game, he doesn't even own a gun. Now he has got a gun, so that's a one good thing going in his favor. Let's see how far he can go. Anyways, if we talk about Skywalker and company, Shaktiman and Reckless playing in from that squad, they have taken the drop of Puchinki, which is a very brave drop, and it is playing out really well till now, because no squad went towards Puchinki. We saw 2 squads at Gatka, we saw 2 squads at Giorgio containers, but no 2 squads at team number 16's place, which is Puchinki, and they have also got a Dacia to their name in the Puchinki garage, which is a lucky sign. I guess team number 16 is going to head towards a good finish, I would say, and they have a second vehicle as well, so you can see that the luck is favoring team 16 today. Let's see how far they can ride on this luck, because you don't see those vehicles too often surrounding Puchinki, because when you go to Puchinki, the main issue with the drop of Puchinki is that you don't get enough cars. You have to search hard for the cars, and then maybe you can get 2 vehicles, but that was not the case with team number 16. They actually got a vehicle in the garage, and the second vehicle was very near to the Puchinki, between the squad house and the main Puchinki. So we'll have to see how far they'll go. And if we talk about Rock squad, they already have 4 kills. We still have a lobby of 16 teams, So that's a good lobby, an ideal lobby, I would say. A lobby of 16 and an angle is one of the best lobby. Even if we go to Shannock, yes, 16 is the best, but Miramar is too big for 16 teams. We'll have to see how this team plays it off, because they already have 4 kills. They don't own such vehicles that they would want to, but they still have time in their hand, and they still have numbers to their advantage. You'll have to see how well they'll use their numbers, and how far they'll go with these 4 kills and 4 players standing. Right now the main thing is to survive, to get to the last circle with the manpower advantage, because if you have 4 players standing, you want all your 4 players standing in the last circle, because then you can do third party, you can do 4 party, you can increase your angles, you can form pairing, you can form a pair in your team only. You can divide yourself among 2 players, and after that you can create more angles, you can pin more teams, you can have more advantages in your favor. But right now they have everything they want. I don't know if they have enough guns, but even if you go towards the loot, they only have level 1 vest, 0 health kits. So Watertown is one of those places where sometimes you can get good enough loot, but sometimes it is just not the right place to loot. And this time I guess team number 23 didn't get enough loot, because you can see Thompson SMG, VSS, not 2 of the best guns you'll want to have. Like even if you go close range, you won't be able to use Thompson or VSS to that extent. And if you go to long range as well, VSS is a good gun in long range, but not that good gun. You might want to have M416 or maybe M16 as well. They are better options. They have got those vehicles, but they need some loot, they need those guns. If they actually go in any fight right now, they need themselves to fire up with those guns. Let's see if that actually happens. Let's go back in the game. DTS Sadi OP gets knocked out by the vehicle, so he will be getting a revival, because I don't think there is another squad very close to him. If we go towards PSG, Asha, B22 and Trip 5P, Pentagon P, I would say. So that looks like a good name to me. PSG squad, still 3 guys standing in Gatka, and they started off well in Gatka. They got that 1 kill pretty easily, no struggle for that, because we saw that the only player who landed in Gatka, he was knocked out by the vehicle, and I guess it was buggy that was used to topple him over, and that was 1 kill going to PSG squad. On the other hand, if you go towards Race squad, they are only 1 guy standing. Yesterday Race squad was 4 guys standing. They played it out really well, but right now only 1 guy standing and still trying to camp his way to the top 5 or top 10 maybe. He will be struggling in the later part of the game, because he is the solo player. He needs to he has an M249, so that's the kind of gun you would want as a solo player. But let's see if he will be able to use it, or maybe because as a solo player you need to look at all the aspects of the game, because when you are a solo player, when you are using a vehicle to go from one location to another, if you are spotted by another squad, your game is over, because you won't be able to fire, you won't be able to shoot. The only thing you can do is run, and running is not the best strategy, I would say, in these types of games. You need to fight back. MBB gets a knock and confirm as well. BL Kreiser finishes off coughing. MBB actually confirms Coffin on the other hand, so that's 1 kill going to that squad. MBB will go back to that squad as well. Where is MBB? Okay, we'll have to search for him. Yes, it was M88. Yes, he gets 1 kill for his squad, and team number 4 and team number 14 in very close proximity, and he has given away his location. At this point, he is only the solo player surviving from his squad, so giving away your location at this point can be very harmful for you. Let's see if team number 4 will be able to spot him, and if he'll be able to get that kill. Yes, Wizard is trying his best to spot the player from M88. He has a Groza, and he's trying his best to use that Groza to his advantage. We'll have to see if that actually happens. After that, PMCL week 4. Alright guys, team 23 still 4 guys standing. 4 kills to their name, but no damage done whatsoever to them right now. And yes, the buggy did topple over, but still safe for right now. Team number 10 on the other hand, and M88 gets another knock for his squad. What a beautiful play he has been for his squad till now. He gets another knock, and M88 is playing it out, and he's playing it out really well. If he gets a grenade popped in at that location, that can be the end of 2 of the players from M88. But Kaiser comes in with that MK14 and sees the end of M88's solo player. So the sole survivor from M88 has been finished. There was 1 kill going to his favor, but BL Kaiser and company starting off on a good note. They already have 5 kills to the name. 3 kills going to Kaiser, one of the best players in this squad at this point, at this moment. 3 kills going to him, and he is the MVP right now for his squad. On the other hand, if we talk about immediate, he has been finished, so that gives us a top 13 squads, and 13 squads comprising of 40 players in total. So the zone has formed, I would say, a normal shift. It has taken a hard shift towards the western side, but not that kind of shift. It is a normal shift, I would say. Not many teams are outside the zone. I guess 5 to 6 teams maybe outside the zone, and they'll start to rotate inside the zone. And the eastern side of the map is completely open for everyone to conquer. And maybe if teams actually if they form a bunch, if they form a cluster at the eastern side, then we might have a hard shift in the later part of the game. We might have a western hard shift. Actually, I wanted to say that, but let's see if that actually happens, because team might go for the center. I can see team number 22 heading towards the center. BSG, they have a good compound to their name. They have been in Gatka from the starting of the game, and that has been the main point of survival for them till now. They got one kill, and right now they are in Gatka from the starting, and they are still holding to it, because you don't want to give too many rotations when you are inside the zone, because that's the key to success. Because if you give out rotations when you are in the circle, you're taking extra risk, and when you take extra risk, you can go down pretty easily. Team number 4, they took the Giorgio containers drop. They got some easy kills there. They got some guns, Groza, MK14, two of the best guns when it comes to close range, and MK14 used as a DMR as well, so that's 1 point to that. And they have good guns. They have 5 kills. They have only lost out on one of their players, so the game is going pretty well for them. This might be the start. This might be the dream start for them. The only bad thing that went that didn't win their way was the loss of one player in that fight, but still they must be happy with the game. A 1 to 5 trade, one of the best trades you would want to have. Anyways, Playzone giving some damage to TT Legend. He has been knocked out. No revival, I would say. Yes, he will be finished off without any query. Yes, I guess he was disconnected from his squad mates. He had a car. His teammates actually left a car with him, but he wasn't able to come back, so that's one disappointment going against TD squad. Cross squad still 4 guys standing. We saw the gameplay yesterday as well, but today they are still trying to hold. They will be moving towards the zone, so that's one thing that's not going their way. 348 meters outside the zone. They still have to move in the zone. After that, if we go towards the hashtag squad, they are 4 guys standing. No damage done whatsoever to them, but they have 1 kill to their name. So most of the squads, they have started off well. The squads that are surviving, they have they have opened the accounts when it comes to kills, but let's see. And team 22 actually taking a good approach. They have actually stopped here. I guess they are trying to see that compound, if there is anyone in that compound, and after that, if there is no one, if they find no one, then they'll start to move in. But I can see some players there. Yes, they have spotted them. And will this be a rush or will this be a fallback? They have 2 options. They can just hold it down here, and but this location is very hard to stop a hold, because you can be shot at from other sides, because there are ridges surrounding this place. So if some teams appear at the ridges, there might be some of the problems, and team 20 actually knows that. So let's see if they will be holding this ridge, or will they be rushing in on that squad, or maybe they can go towards the center as well. So there are 3 things that they can do. They are going in the vehicle, so they might just be going in, but I can see that flare drop coming in for team number 13, and let's see if team 20 will be taking the advantage of that flare drop, or will they be falling back. Right now still 13 teams are surviving, so this is not the right time to rush in if you don't have the confidence to win it, because you need that confidence to win any kind of battle. You need to have that courage inside you, that yes, if you go in, you can beat them, you can steal those kills, you can steal those guns from them. And I guess team 20 did the right thing. They are going towards the zone. 4 guys standing. 3 guys in one vehicle and 1 guy in other vehicle. Anyways, Reckless knocks out Cross the Panshu. So Cross squad actually going in a fight in Pochinki. Team number 18 versus team number 16. One of the players of Cross was knocked out. They will go for the revival, and this fight is actually happening in the squad house. So when you're fighting in squad house, you actually have an advantage that you can suppress the rush coming in from the front side if you have the numbers. And if you talk about Reckless, there are 4 guys. If there are only 3 guys standing, and a wild grenade being popped in, I don't think that will connect. Yes, that didn't connect. Unfortunate for him. Let's see if he will be throwing in another grenade from his side. M416 wild spray coming in, but didn't connect whatsoever. No damage done. And cross squad still 4 guys standing, but they are in squad house again. A grenade coming in, some quick grenades coming in from his side, and Reckless moving away from the harm's way at the right time. He saw that grenade coming in the house, and he knows that there might be some more grenades being popped in that house, so he tried to take the right approach. He fell back back, and he doesn't want to give out a knock, because you can see right now there are only 3 guys standing, and if Team 24 actually gets a knock, and that will be game over for Team 16 if after that knock Team 16 starts to rush in. Because actually if you see the players of Team 16, they are split as well, but both the squads have started to fall back. Both the squads, they don't want to fight in this game. If you can see Team number 18, 4 guys standing trying to fall back, Team 16 still trying to fall back, but the shots are being exchanged. Simple is very low, but he prones at the right time. Shaktiman still trying to spot the players of Team 18. Team number 18, they were trying to fall back in open, and that was one thing that didn't go too well for them. And right now Simple was very low on health, and if he would have been knocked out, that would have been a little bit of trouble. I think that the revival would have been completed, but still there might have been some issues going against them. But still 2 players from Team number 18 are still in the squad house, so they might have been able to suppress the rush. But if while suppressing the rush, one more player from Team number 18 would have been knocked out, that would have caused some trouble to them. That's without any trouble. Anyways, Team 16 still in Pochinki. They will try to they had 2 vehicles if I'm not wrong, and they can use those 2 vehicles to still hold Pochinki. After 2 minutes and 6 seconds, we'll have the next zone closing in. The zone has formed, and yes, it has taken a hard shift towards the western side actually, and 99 Zek still outside the zone. Most of the squads are on the edge or inside the zone, but Team 10 way outside the zone. They'll have to move in, and right now Team 15 in the dead center. They have the dead center to their name, but dead center calls for a trouble as well, because whenever you are in the dead center, teams will close in on you, teams will start to rush on you, teams will come back to you, teams will haunt you. Let's see if that actually happens, if teams will come to fight with them. Let's get back to Team 18. They are again taking the same approach to fall back, but right now the situation has changed, but the players are still looking. Dipanshu very low on health. If he gets knocked out here, the team might get into a little bit of trouble. Dipanshu needs to fall back. He is very low on health, and his level 1 vest is also damaged to 90%, 90%, and if 1 or 2 more shots connect on his vest, his vest will disappear, and that could cause some trouble to him. Reckless gets a knock on Ari Pawan, and Team 18 actually getting some damage, and he has been finished off as well. Team 16 is trying to rush in, trying to change the game, but yes, Reckless is being shot at as well, but he survives to see another day. You can see all the players of Team 16, they are really far away from each other. They're not using their vehicles, so if any of the players from Team 16 gets knocked out, that will be trouble coming in for Team 16 as well. Team 18 on the other hand, they are also far away from each other. There are only 3 guys standing. One of their player was finished off in the early game. Right now, in the early fight, we saw that happening just now. This is a 3v3 fight right now. Team number 16 actually balancing the equation, balancing the numbers. This was a 3v4 fight, but Pawan was spotted in open. Dipanshu was also in open, but Dipanshu didn't get knocked out. He went away at the right end. They have got a bike, and let's see if they will be able to get that bike. He will be spotted by some of the players. Skywalker still looking at the wrong location. If he would have gone towards the left hand side, if he would have tried to spot Simple, that would have given his team an opportunity to get a knock or 2 maybe, because then Simple would have been knocked out in an isolated place, in an open place, and that would have opened the gates for Team number 16 to rush in their quarters, to rush in their fort, and easily finish off Team 18. Right now the equation is balanced 3v3, and Team number 18 is more split, is more separated. The distance is more in between the players, and that can be a sign of trouble coming in for that squad. Simple still trying to hold the players of Team 16. Team 16 is outside the zone, so they will have to move inside the zone. That can be a sign of trouble for them, but let's see if that actually happens. Shaktiman trying to close in on this fight, trying to close the distance, and yes, he will be able to close the distance. Shaktiman is in the squad house right now. I guess Team 16 had 2 vehicles, but I can't see them. Yes, they are, and they have actually tried to use I would say a way camp by using those vehicles, but those vehicles will be helpful in this game. But the other players are very far away. Skywalker will try to come in for the second vehicle, and maybe use that second vehicle as well, but still we have 13 squads surviving. In total 38 players are surviving. Raze Black still solo player, and he has that M249. Let's see if he will be able to use that in the later part of the game. He has been surviving for his squad. He has made his way to top 13. We started off with 18 squads if I'm not wrong, and right now we are in our top 13 squad. So Raze Black actually did pretty well till now. He has made his way to top 13. He has conquered those 5 barriers, but let's see how far he will go. Anyways, Breed Marshy 44 meters outside the zone. The fourth zone has formed, and let's see, yes, another hard shift coming in, and this time 4 to 5 squads are outside the zone. They will start to move in. Zedin on the other hand, 460 meters out, 468 meters outside the zone. Team 6, they have to move an inch to go inside the zone, 52 meters actually. But the thing is, when they go 52 meters outside the zone, there is no cover or compound, so they will have to move a little more towards the other edge. They were in the center of the circle, you can see that, but the edge shift has thrown them out of the circle. Let's see how far they will go or which compound they will try to conquer. Still 13 squads are alive. The squads are closing in on each other. The squads are in very close proximity. Team number 4, they have the right compound right now. Let's see if the next zone will be closing in on them. And after that, if you go towards team number 3, they are still I guess 3 guys standing if I'm not wrong. Let's go back to them. Team 15 on the other hand, 2 guys standing, still a good compound to their name, still in the zone thanks to that edge shift towards their side. Hashtag I guess 16 and Ohia has been spotted, and 16 single taps coming in, but no connection whatsoever. Still trying to connect. Yes, he finally connects that headshot. Hashtag 16, and oh my god, that was 1 HP. If one more shot would have come from Union, or if there was some good connection from Union, that would have seen the end of that player. Maybe that knock, not the end. Anyways, the squad has rushed in. Charanjot still outside. He needs to come in to his squad mate. He needs to come to this fight. Let's go back to Rohit, who is trying to rush in. Still 4 guys standing, and team 15 are only 2 guys standing. Charanjot is on the right hand side. Charanjot, he needs to throw in a grenade. He needs to get an early knock for his squad, or else that will be game over. He uses his 200 IQ gameplay, but wasn't able to get that knock, and again using that AKM to get a knock for his squad. The grenades are being popped in from both the sides, but no damage done whatsoever to any of the players. Again, Charanjot throws another grenade. He's trying to buy some time for his squad. On the other hand, Reckless gets a knock on Ever Simple. Star Union still trying his best to stop the rush, because this is a 2v4 fight, so Ever Simple to Star Union and company, they need an early knock, and that would allow them to suppress the rush that is coming in from the other squad. But let's see if that actually happens. The smokes and grenades are being pulled in. The utilities are being thrown. They are doing their best to suppress the rush. They are doing their best to survive in this fight, but the numbers are too much for them. This is a 4v2 fight. The grenades are coming in again. Star Union going back to his position, and on the other hand, we have another squad showing rotation from the same position. If you look at Rock squad, they haven't thrown those level of grenades that are being thrown from the other squad. If they actually manage to throw in 1 or 2 grenades, that can give them an early knock. And finally, some smokes coming in from KK, and smokes might not be the best bet right now, but I don't think they have the grenades in their hands to actually get a knock. Anyways, Rock KK will try to throw in a smoke, and after that I guess he's trying to use that smoke to maybe throw a grenade as well. Let's see if that actually happens. He only has a level 1 vest, so he might not be the first player to rush in. Susha Shaji, thank you so much for joining the stream. Hello and welcome to the stream. PPPPP, hashtag Mori gets knocked out by 5 P's, so that's 1 knock going into his favor. Cross Aditya on the other hand trying to fight back with team number 6 and team number 18, and Skywalker spots Cross Aditya, gets a knock on him. He will be able to finish him off as well. Team number 18, Dipanshu, the only guy surviving from his squad, he's engaging in a 1v1 fight. Skarl versus AKM gets the win pretty easily. Reckless closes in on this fight pretty easily, and those were 3 knocks. And we are with Zeren right now, who gets a confirm on Gene Magnus, so that's 1 kill going to Zeren squad. Zeren lost out on one of their players very early in the game, but now right now they are surviving, they are fighting. Rex squad on the other hand, 4 guys standing, 4 kills to their name. Team 23 still trying to create some separation, still trying to use those angles, and actually team number 15, they played it out really well. They have managed to come back in the game. Race Black finishes off at 12th position. He has been eliminated, and let's get back to team 15, who Charanjot still trying to fight it out with team 23. Arablade gets a knock on team MXR, some player of team MXN. Let's get back to hashtag as well. They are trying to fight it out with team number 8, and hashtag one of their player was knocked out. They're trying to get a revival. On the other hand, team number 8 trying their best to get those confirmation, trying to make a smoke wall, but they need to go inside the zone. That can be a little bit of trouble for them. Zeren squad on the other hand trying to get some knocks for their squad, and they are getting those knocks on regular interval. They are fighting it out really well. One of the players from team XRN was knocked out. Hashtag 69 gets a knock right now, but 69 has been knocked out and confirmed at the same time as well. Let's get back to team number 3, Zeren squad. 3 guys standing. Will they be able to rush in? Will they be able to confirm and Let's get back to this game. Skywalker gets knocked out. Team number 16 trying to rush in on team number 3. Team number 3 still trying to use that rock to their advantage. The only rock that can save them. Reckless very low on health. He's trying to survive from both the squads, and he is getting shot at from team 4 as well. And after that, and the grenade connects from Zeren. Saga Whitey knocks out Reckless, and now team number 16 is only one guy standing. Shaktiman is the only guy surviving from his squad. Let's see if he'll be able to come back in the game. This looks really hard, and 99 Zek gets a knock on DDS as well, but Zek has been finished off, so the other player will get a revival. Smoke's coming in to save Reckless, but he has been finished off, and BL Kaiser gets another kill for his squad. Reckless on the other hand gets finished. Shaktiman still trying to survive. Team number 4 and team number 8 trying to fight it out on the edge of the zone. Let's get back to that fight. Team 4 and team number 8 fighting it out in this small house, and team 4 actually gets to win in this fight, and we now have our top 9 squads. Let's get back to team 22, who are on the edge of the zone, who are trying their best to fight it out with team number 3 Playzone, giving a lot of damage to Bleed squad. Hashtag Gengar gets finished by Playzone. So Playzone getting a lot of kills right now, coming out as the MVP. Team number 15 still trying to survive, still trying to do that heal battle. Star Union still has 2 health kits, so he will be trying to pop them in. We have already seen 5 zones, and Star Union needs to put in that health kit really quickly. Yes, he gets to put it in, and now he will be putting in that last health kit. He will be eliminated at 9th position if he gets finished right now, and Nishan Gupta gets finished by Playzone. So still 9 teams are surviving. In total 18 players are alive. IVO Ultron still 4 guys standing. The numbers are in his favor, and they have also got a good compound to their name. I'll just decrease the audio a little bit just because of the all sound that is coming in. Joker is the last guy surviving from his squad, and we might just see another play zone finish, and hashtag Chaparap gets finished by that explosion by Rock KK. So 1 more kill, and now we have our top 8 squads. So the heal battle must be getting finished at this point, and at any time we can get a notification of that kill. But Star Union manages to get his way inside the zone. Oh my god, that is something that I didn't expect. GS Joker gets a knock on DDS Wizard as well. The shots are being fired on all the sides. All the teams are on the edge of the zone because this is an open zone, so you know, handling the center will be very difficult. Handling that position can be hard for them. Zeren on the other hand still surviving, still standing. Abhay Vaidi gets knocked out. 2 players from Zeren are still surviving, and they are fighting it out with team number 4. Kaiser has that MK14. He has already got 5 kills, and he has been the MVP for his squad for a very long time now. But let's see if he will be able to get another knock for his squad. Smokes being popped in from Kaiser. He has that MK14, and he has used it pretty well in this part of the game. Zeren Sagar Whitey trying to spot Kaiser. This will be a 1v1 fight between Sagar and Kaiser. Kaiser gets knocked out by Sagar. Sagar showing that stealth gameplay, gets an easy knock and confirm on Kaiser as well. And whoa, what was that? Sagar gets knocked out as well. Zeren squad still 2 guys surviving. Let's see how far they'll go. DTS Wizard gets finished, and that gives us our top 5 squads. Era squad still 3 guys standing on 3 kills, but Era far off gets knocked out. Blade and Royal I guess are still standing for their squad. Team number 3 inside the zone thanks to that shift. 23 actually inside the zone thanks to that shift to their favor. Let's see if team number 3 will be spotted. They are outside the zone, so they have a long way to go inside the zone. Team number 23 has the zone advantage, so, and they have 3 guys standing as well, and one of their player was bleeding out, and they will, if he gets the revival, they will be 4 guys standing, and a chicken dinner will be on their side, I guess, if they manage to get 4 guys standing with with that zone advantage as well. Let's see what Era squad will do. There are 3 guys standing. They are trying to pop in some smokes. They still have 40 seconds in their hand to move inside the zone, but Shaktiman on the other hand, the only player surviving from his squad, and he has survived really well. His squad was bound to get eliminated at 8th or 9th position, but he survived for his squad. He tried his best to survive, and right now he's the solo player from his squad, trying his best for the survival. Anyways, Era Blade gets 3 kills for his squad, and his total team kills are also 3. So Blade got all those kills, and now he has spotted the players of team 3, and he's going for that Car 98 shot. Let's see if he will be able to connect that Car 98 headshot, because he had an AUG A3 as well. If he this is a close range fight, I would say 20 to 30 meters, so I mean AUG A3 would have been his best shot. Abhay Vaidi finishes off Bleed Murray, and Saga Vaidi gets knocked as well. Team 23 again, 1 more player knocked out from their side. Zeren Abhay Vaidi trying his best to get some knocks for his squad, get some confirms. Grenades been popped in. Abhay survived that grenade, and Abhay was really close to get finished. On the other hand, we have Rohit using AKM with 4x scope, gets a knock. Let's see if Rohit Taker will be getting another knock for his squad. AKM 4x very hard to control, and We saw that happening, didn't we? We saw that coming as well. And Team 3 trying to make their way inside the zone, but the zone didn't go in their favor. Zeren survives this fight. Sagar White is still surviving. Crisis bleeding out really quickly. Abhay will be bleeding out as well. They need some smokes, they need some cover. On the other hand, Shaktiman making his way to top 3. Beautiful gameplay from his squad as well, his side as well. Shaktiman, the only player from a very long time, he has made his way to top 3, and he will be still going for that stealth gameplay, because he might just end up at a second position, or if he does a third party on Team 23 and Team 3, if the fight actually starts between Team 23 and 3, he might be able to do third party and make it a chicken dinner as well. Let's see if that actually happens. And we still have a long way to go for this chicken dinner. I guess we'll have a gameplay of two minutes. Let's see how far this gameplay will go. We still will have 15 minutes into the game. And yes, he's trying to do that third party. Zeren Crisis gets a knock on Rohit Taker. Raw KK on the left hand side trying to spray him down. Yes, he does it. Shaktiman gets finished at third position. KK gets a knock with Uzi and finish as well. Zeren trying to build up, tries to build up on that the first knock that they got, but they weren't able to actually do that. And Zeren Sagar will be the last guy surviving from his squad, but he is in open. He tries his best to survive. Zeren Sagar Whitey gets a knock. Will he be able to get another Rock KK versus Sagar Whitey? 1v1 fight, winner takes all situation, but Sagar is going for that confirm. He's not able to spot KK. What is Sagar doing? 1v1 fight, KK, and KK gets it for his squad. A chicken dinner going for KK squad. And who's that? Rock squad actually gets that chicken dinner with 10 kills. So a beautiful chicken dinner for their squad. Zeren on the other hand, second position with 8 kills. Third position goes to Reckless with 6 kills. And fourth position goes to TT with 4 kills. Fifth position goes to Bleed BL with 10 kills actually. Fifth position goes to INF and PXL with 1 kill. 7th position goes to Bleed Skull and DTS Adi with 2 kills. 8th position goes to Star Union Charanjot. 9th position goes to Hashtag. 10th position goes to PSG. 11th position goes to 99zek. 12th position goes to Raze. 13th position goes to Cross. 14th position goes to M88. 15th position goes to AMC. 16th position goes to Dhaliwal. 17th position goes to SPL. 18th position goes to H2D. Thank you so much for joining in. We'll meet after a short break. So please enjoy the music till then.
Gave you too much, now I'm swallowed. Now I'm the fool while you're breaking rules. Dangerous path that I follow. Oh, go on, just do what you do. And it bleed for you, cry for you, oh, oh. Let me bleed. As I bleed for you, cry for you, oh, oh. Let me bleed. Let me seems to follow like a shadow, dark and cold to the touch. Am I insane not to let go? Oh, go on, just do what you do. And it bleed for you, cry for you, oh, oh. Let me bleed. seeing monsters out your window. No, you can't sleep, you pretend though. You don't have to play the hero. 'Cause I got you like you got me. When the earth shakes, when the bombs scream, until our last breath, every heartbeat.
Till I get up, time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways. And on we'll go. wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go. See the horizon, turn us to thousands, and we'll grow in number, fueled by them to see the horizon, turn us to thousands, and on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays, and on let's have a bit of fun till I downfall. My love, if you feel like I do right now, don't say you're on the run to the other side, my love. But you never do. Sugar, there's a reason why we lose. You say you wanna cry, but you never do. Sugar, there's a reason why we lose. Let's have a bit of fun till I downfall. My love, if you feel like I do right now, don't say you're on the run to the other side, my love. You say you wanna try, but you never do. Sugar, there's a reason why we lose. You say you wanna try, rain crashing down. All around this empty town, I'm searching for the lost and found. But you don't care, you're unaware. Keep moving like the scars aren't even there. It's in the air, like a blazing flare. Don't stare, cause the flames will burn us. I thought you were the one for me. That's why I gave you everything. Held you close by the stormy seas. Oh, you meant the world to me. I used to kiss your head when you cried for me. Hold your hand while the pain was over. Keep you warm by the roaring sea. You meant the world to me. Like shadows in the atmosphere, charting the stratosphere. Yeah. I prayed for you and kept you near, in hopes you'd chase away my fears. I'm on my own, you made it so, and now I'm chasing nightmares too. I used to run with you through the great big leaves, laugh at you when you laugh at me. Hope for us because I believe the home was just you and me. I thought you were the one for me. That's why I gave you everything. Held you close by the stormy seas. Oh, you meant the world to me. No point in blaming you, you did not know. Oh, I thought you were the one for me. That's why I gave you everything. Held you close by the stormy seas. Oh, you meant the world to me. Oh, you meant the world to me. I'm a broken home. I gave you all the bricks that I own and know. I'm letting go. I'm breaking these walls down, breaking these walls down. If you want adventure, then fly to home. But if you wanna travel, then go alone. Yeah, what's the point in us if I never know? Yeah, if you're gonna leave, I'ma let you go. I'm tired of the pain. Go.
Right, guys, we're back with the second match of the day, and Teams are joining in slowly. Match will start in 43 seconds, and I hope you enjoyed the last match's coverage. Thank you so much for joining in again. And we have Era OP, Ranjan Kumar, and Caesar Esports. You've gone live. Thank you so much everyone for joining the stream. Let's hope that this match will end in a good manner as well. The last game was a cracker of a game. We had teams going for that chicken dinner. We had teams struggling, giving their best to get to that winning point. Anyways, we'll have the flight path in 16 seconds, and then we'll see where the teams will be heading to. The last time we saw teams going to Miltapa military base. Everywhere they can go, we saw that happening. Let's see if that happens again this time. The flight path will be a little bit different as expected from it. Let's see where the flight path will head to. This is PMCL Week 4 Day 3 Silver League playoffs, brought to you by Caesar Esports, powered by Game.tv and casting by Dinkar Chaudhary. Thank you so much. And the flight path start from Georgopol and finishes off at Lipovka. So again, a northern shift for the flight path. Teams might have a little bit of issue going towards military base or Novoripnoy. They will look for some cars. Severny, Zaki, Kamishkin, Stolba are accessible locations. Miltapar and Milta again going for that place will be very easy. Query, Gatka, I guess we saw two teams in Gatka last time. Teams are showing some courage of the early drop this time. Teams are showing some belief in early drop. Team 24, 4 and 6 actually taking those early drops. Let's see how far they'll go. Team 4, I guess the drop will conflict at that location. They are going for the same compounds. They are trying to give that conquer rotation that starts from Query, the area behind Query, and finishes off at Hospital. So that's the kind of conquer rotation that normally we have seen people do when they are pushing for conquer, and that's the same kind of I guess approach being taken by Team 24 and the other squad, which is Team 4. I guess they'll be looking for some vehicle as well and might go to Primorsk. That's one thing that can happen. Gatka is going to be taken by Team 23. That's another thing right now, and actually 3 squads are present here. Team 22 gets the vehicle first, so he will be going for that vehicle, trying to drive that vehicle over him, but HS Sam actually gets in the vehicle, and other players from Team 24, they have actually gone for those compounds, so that can be a little bit of issue for him, and they are trying to punch him away from the squad. Team OP Shadow in trying to punch him out, and other players from Team 22 are still trying to run over him, and yes, they have been successful in running over him. I guess yes, he will be finished off as well. So that's one kill, one free kill I would say. On the other hand, the other players from Team 24 HS squad, they have already lost out on one of their players, and now they're trying to use their guns, and I don't think they have enough guns. He has an M762. He's trying to he's trying his best to get that early knock for his squad, but he wasn't able to do that. Mithu misses out on some of his shots, and that leaves HS with 2 kills. Bot on the other hand, he is low on health, but he will be alive to live another day. Anyways, Team 14 still 4 guys standing, 1 kill to their name, but 1300 meters outside the zone. They still have a long way to go. They still need some healings. I guess he has a health kit. He still try to use it. And if we go to Watertown this time, we have around 2 squads in Watertown. That's one of the rarest things that we have seen. Not many squads go to Watertown in these types of game because you don't get enough loot. But yes, this is a one kind of safe location, and we talked about this thing in the last game, how a safe location can be unsafe for you if you think that if 2 or 3 squads think that this is the safest location. Anyways, right now Team number 3 MCU squad, they are in the center and on the edge as well. INED12 to gets a knock on FH Kids and finishes him off with a pistol as well. M16 in the hands of Killer AB. He will be spotting Surge, but he was unfortunate that those shots didn't connect. I guess that M16 burst shots would have done a lot of damage, because I can only see that level 2 helmet. He is trying to pop in a grenade. Let's see if that grenade connects or not. It's going to be really hard decision to make right now. On the other hand, the other players from MCU, they have a good plethora of guns. Toxic OP using that DP28 and a shotgun, but the DP28 is going to be used right now from his side. The other players from Team number 3 still 4 guys standing. On the other hand, if we talk about Team number 10, they are on the periphery of Watertown. They're still on the edges. They are playing the edges right now, and they're trying to surround the players of Team number 3, which is going to be a difficult task because all the players are at the same location. And when it comes to Watertown, the going from mobility is very slow. When you want to, the locomotion, when you go from one place to another, it is a very hard move, and that can be very harmful, because the water is all. That is why it is called Watertown, because water is all over this place. And when you even get a knock and you want to rush in, but you can't just rush in with that speed that you normally do in those normal compounds. Kanish bhai, thank you so much for joining the stream. I'm well and good. How are you? Thank you so much for joining the stream. And Kanish, I know Kanish bhai from a very long time now, and he has been supporting me in many streams that I have seen, but today also he's here. I didn't know that he would be here. Anyways, thank you so much for joining the team. Alex squad, 3 guys standing and 2 kills to their name, so a good start for them, and they are trying to fall back from this place, and that looks to me a very wise decision, because MCU is still 4 guys standing and they have those guns, and Rect on the other hand, they have got those early kills, but they still they still need to finish on at a good ranking, because they only have 2 kills and they are at 19th position right now. So if they don't get enough kills right now, that will be trouble coming in for that squad, and they know it. They have got those cars, and now they'll start to move in, they'll start to go away from this location. Next squad, if we talk about team 17, still 1 guy standing. 2 of their players were finished off in the early game. Blake and Ghost RB were finished off, and Team Ghost HB2OP trying to loot those smaller compounds, trying to go for the those smaller compounds, just because he is the solo player from his squad. He can't afford to go for those named places, or he can't afford to stay at these places. We'll have to see that when it happens. Team 22 on the other hand, 30 FPS low. We saw him earlier. INF D12 gets knocked out, and there are fights happening on the corners of the map. On the other hand, we have 30 FPS Leo getting shot at by the hands of Team 16. This is the fight between Team 20 and Team 16 in Milta, and I guess those smaller places which don't have enough loot, like Milta, Watertown, they are more prone to these types of places. Shweta, I guess this is ST Storm Shweta. We saw her yesterday, I guess, and this time also M16 single taps. Beautiful gameplay from Team 20, giving a lot of damage, and it's I guess ST of God who is trying to pop in some single shots. Beautiful single shots coming in from his side. Shweta on the other hand trying to use that Uzi in mid range, and Uzi is not the best gun you would want to use in mid range, just because the blood spread is too much and you can't connect most of your shots. Anyways, Griffin is playing from ENE squad. ENE Zoltex is on the left hand side and Griffin is on the right hand side. Still 2 players are on the other side of the road, and the other 2 players are on completely on the right hand side. Myth and Marvel Fahad. We saw Fahad in the last game as well. Alright, we'll be going to Lipovka right now. Lipovka, team number 18 and team number 8, D12 has been revived. So this fight was happening in Lipovka. Team I guess Wizard is trying to use that VSS. He's trying to spot the players of Team 12, and wild shots coming in from his side, but unfortunate for him, those wild shots didn't connect. Team 12 will make their way outside of Lipovka with 2 players standing. They lost one of their player. Kids was spotted in early game. They have vehicles right now, and they're trying to destroy the other vehicles so the other team cannot use it. That's the part of strategy as well. You want to you don't want to give any kind of advantages to the other squad. You don't want to give any kind of good things to the other squad that can improve their gameplay, or that can add to their advantage, and that's what we saw that happening. BOT, I mean bot, Fury, ING and DDS playing from the squad. Kratos also joining in for the squad. They have to, because they'll try to move inside the zone. They won't have any issues going into the zone. If we go towards Rift squad, they are still 4 guys standing. They will be fighting it out with Spy squad. Maybe they have tried to move in from Georgia Containers to Georgia City. HTG, I guess this is Moriarty who is trying to close in on the players of team number 13. We'll have to see if that can land, and he is in open and he can be spotted right now. Yes, he has been spotted. He gets knocked out, and this might be the end of Moriarty. He was I don't know how was he so confident that there is no squad at this location, because if you look at it, we'll have to just check if the doors are open or not. We'll have to see that, and that can give us some indication that if he was just irresponsible or that was a part of the strategy. Yes, we can see some doors open on the right hand side, and this house also the door is open, so he was just a little bit irresponsible, but his backup has arrived and now trying to use that Uzi. Let's see if he'll be able to get another knock for his squad. He has been playing it out really well. Another Uzi, but M16 takes out Uzi. What a beautiful knock coming in from Rift, and now they are coming back in the game, and they are coming back very strongly. SPY squad, they got that first knock, but after that they haven't been able to continue the momentum that was in their favor. Spy Vampire, the only guy surviving from his squad. Let's see if he will be able to come back in the game. HDG Moriarty will be revived without any issue. HDG squad with playing with Rift squad, if I'm not wrong. Spy squad 1v4 fight, and this is going to be very difficult to pull off. The right decision right now is to fall back. Let's see if he fall backs or not. Rift squad, the backup came at the right time, and that allowed Rift squad to come back in the game, and on top of that get a revival as well. So that's one thing that is going his way. we'll be going back to all the squads. We'll be seeing everything. All right, we'll let's go back to team 3, team number 10, very close proximity. We're talking about how it was team 10 who actually were very close to team 3, and right now they are trying to use those ridges to maybe get a knock on team 10. After that, we might see a wild rush, a blind rush. That's one probability that can happen, but I don't think Red Squad, because Red Squad is the squad that fell back from Watertown when the fight was about to start, and I don't see the point of going into a fight, an unnecessary fight, and I guess Team Rect already knows that, so they have started to fall back. They have started to go into the zone, maybe get an extra advantage on them, but they are trying to go back to Watertown as well. I don't know. I think they're not able to make up their mind that do they want to rush, do they want to just fall back, and I guess they're trying to fall back, but sometimes they just know that they can get some kills here as well. So they might be, if they get a knock here, that will be the opening, that will be the catalyst that will provoke them to rush in right now. And I don't know if they will get a knock, because if they get a knock, they will try to rush in, and after that the other player, MCU Killer AB, I'm talking about MCU Killer AB, he is at a very good spot right now, and if the rush comes in, he will be the main player right now to suppress that rush. That can happen from MCU. We'll have to see if that happens or not, but team 10 actually will they need a knock right now. They need a knock, and after that the clarity will come. Surzopi, yes, he gets a knock, and he gets a confirm as well. Oh my god, Scanner actually confirms that player really easily, fastly, swiftly, quietly, and oh my god, that was pretty quick. Knock, finish, and done and dusted. Team 10 still 3 guys standing. This is a 3v3 fight right now, and if they rush in, and if they rush in on the left hand side, that will be yes, they have started to rush in from the left hand side, and they have actually stopped one of their players from the back side, and MCU Killer AB will try to spot the players. Yes, he has spotted the players, and I was talking about this thing, M16 burst shots. He should have gone for the single taps, but he went for those burst shots, but unfortunate for him, those shots didn't connect. Killer AB, his location has been compromised, so maybe he might just get some shots from the player who is trying to cover up, which is Surxop. He confirmed for the first knock for his squad. He also got that knock, so he has 1 kill right now. He's trying to give cover fire to his squad mates. On the other hand, MCU Killer AB doing the same thing, but not to that extent. He was using M16 burst shots, but that didn't go too well for him. And I can see Rex Surxop is trying to flank from the right hand side. If he will be spotted by Killer AB, and if he connects some single shots on team number 10 players, then that could give an opportunity to team 3 to actually turn the tables, to actually come back in the game very strongly. Scanner, he has 0 kills right now. Spy Vampire has been finished off by OP Shadow, so he was the only player surviving from the squad in the Georgia City, so he has been finished as well. And Killer AB, I was talking about this thing only. Killer AB gets a knock, and now this is the right thing that they needed. Killer AB again finally going to single taps and not those burst shots, and he has connected it, and he has got a knock as well. And now Rex Squad will try to use that vehicle to go back to his squad mates to revive, or maybe put in some smokes as well. And now Killer AB needs to suppress that vehicle. He needs to puncture that vehicle. He needs to get those tires out of that vehicle, so that he can compromise that probability of the revival. Killer AB, he has pinned the player. He has yes, the smokes are coming in on the vehicle, and this was expected. Killer AB should have saw that coming, and he should have just destroyed that vehicle before this thing happened. Anyways, they still have some things going on, and MCU Toxic OP has been knocked out and finished off. And on the other hand, Rex Squad, another player comes in to revive. So all the things are going against Rex Squad. They weren't able to suppress the rush. They weren't able to stop the players of Team 10 from actually coming back in the game, from actually getting that revival. And now the revival will be completed, and Red Squad will be 3 guys standing again. And now the numbers are in the favor of team number 10. The equation has been disbalanced again, but in the favor of team number 10 this time. Team number 3 were 3 guys standing, and on regular intervals they are losing their players. And what a beautiful gameplay from Team 10, giving no pieces to team number 3, and they have got those 6 kills to their name. So a beautiful start from Team Rec. They played it out really well. They put their flanker on the ridge, they put their flanker on the mountain, and after that they rushed in. They got a knock, they got a confirm, and they when their player got knocked out, when their flanker got knocked out, they used the vehicle, which was the right strategy, and they went to their teammate. They got the revival done, and I guess the team number 3, which was MCU squad, they didn't know what was happening. They were in splits. I guess they should have seen through them, and then they might have been able to suppress the rush, maybe get a knock or confirm as well. But they were eliminated. They will learn. Even you fail, you learn. So that's the thing right now. Whenever you lose in any kind of game, you know that what mistakes you might have done and what you need to do to get out of that situation. Team 14 still in the center of the game. They are trying to dominate from the center. Team 21 on the other hand, JJ, Gul, and Maya and Scar, 4 guys standing in Yasna Poliana. Team number 4 still outside Yasna. They are outside the zone as well. They'll try to move in. H2 gets a knock on 30 FPS. Leo, he'll try to confirm him, and 30 FPS Leo has been knocked out, and his players are kind of near him, but the revival doesn't look too easy right now because the grenades are being popped in from the other side. The mollies will be coming in, the smokes will be coming in from Team 20, and I guess God needs to get a knock for his squad right now. He has popped in some smokes, and he is looking at both the positions from where the rush can come, from the left hand side or maybe from the right hand side. And now God going from the right hand side, he needs to get a knock. If he gets knocked out here, he will be in a deep trouble. Yes, he gets knocked out, and this will be trouble coming in for Team 20. Yes, he has been finished off as well. Shweta giving a cover, but the cover was a little late from Shweta. That sees the confirmation of one of his players. The grenade is coming in. It isn't cooked to that level, but yes, the grenade is in the close proximity, but the damage wasn't done to Team 12. Team 12 still 2 guys standing. Still this is a 2v3 fight, but let's see who gets to get the first knock here. All right, H2O, I guess this is ZCD going in from the left hand side. 30 FPS again, going from the left hand side. They're trying to go into the zone, and they have lost out on one of their players. This was a 3v2 fight. They could have won this fight easily, but they don't want to engage in it, and that's their decision. And you need that kind of confidence to win this fight. And if you don't think you can win it right now, and if you don't want to risk your position, I guess you should fall back. And Team 30 FPS Leo, which was Team 20, they I guess did the right thing. Let's see if they can actually get a knock here, because Team 20 are only 2 guys standing, and they don't know the position of Team 20, and they might be thinking that the other squad has fallen back, so they might be just relaxing. And whenever you relax, you can go down. Team 12 letting their guard down, and whenever you let your guard down, you are calling for trouble. And I guess Firestorm is still looking for an opening in this fort. He's still looking for a door to go inside Team 12 and finish them off. On the other hand, we have Team 4 and Team 18 trying to dominate from the center. Team 16, 23, Team 25, and then Team 24 playing on the edges. Team 19 also Team 21 playing on the edges. Some squads are going for that central location. We still have 16 squads alive. We still have a total of 44 players alive in this game. And thank you so much for the love and support till now. And if you have joined this stream right now, please do like the stream, and subscribe to our channel for more more coverage like this. Anyways, we'll try to cover this game, we'll try to cover this fight, we'll try to cover all the fights actually. Let's go back to TM squad. There are 4 guys standing. ANE, Zoltex OP and Griffin OP playing from the squad. They have 0 kills right now. Let's see how far they'll go. 4 men standing, 0 kills to their name. 30 FPS Leo in a very close proximity with team number 12, but the fight hasn't started. The fight did start, but it is a cold battle right now. Team 20 actually created some separation, and Team 12 actually fell back to the opposite side, so that didn't ignite the fight. We were expecting this fight, but for now we'll have to cool down. We'll have to wait for this fight to happen again, but they will be giving rotation from the same side. They are giving rotation from the same edge, so in the later part of the game they will be fighting with each other. But Team 20 has an advantage right now. They have the vehicles, but if we talk about Team number 12, they don't have any kind of vehicle, so that's one thing going against them. They will be going on foot in the zone, and I am expecting a hard shift this time. Let's see if that hard shift actually happens. Let's see where the zone will form this time. We are already 18 minutes into the game. We have already seen 2 zones. The third zone will form in a little while. Team 10 Rex squad, 3 guys standing, and yes, the zone has taken a hard shift. This was completely expected. The teams which are on the eastern side of the zone, they are outside the zone. They'll try to move in. Team 18 might be in a little bit of trouble, because that's the first compound which will be engaged by Team 4, Team 19, Team 21, and there is one more TM squad. They will try to rush in, and Team 18 might just get some kills during rotation if they are aware of the fact that some teams will be coming in for them, and they might get finished as well if they're not aware, because right now I can see all the players. Team number 18, the players are chilling. The M249 guy is in the house. He needs to get out. He needs to know that the rush might be coming in for him. He needs to know that players will show rotation from this side, and he has an advantage. He has that M249. He can use that 100. He can use those 100 bullets to get a knock. Yes, the teams will be showing rotation from this side without a doubt. There are many squads outside the zone, and this team needs to be aware of that. They have divided their numbers pretty well, so that's one thing going in the favor. They have divided their numbers in different houses. They will be able to suppress the rush, but they need to pick off team. Red zone giving a lot of damage to Maya squad. 2 of their player has been 3 of their player has been knocked out. and actually the full squad has been eliminated by red zone. So oh my god, full squad eliminated by red zone, and a tragedy, I would say. Tragedy for that squad. They just I guess they didn't think too good of red zone, but the red zone proved too much for them. PTY Gaming, JR Sunny are still two guys standing. They underestimated the power of red zone, and the red zone has shown its power, and now they are not going to do that mistake for 1 or 2 months, or maybe for 3 months as well, because even if you die in classics by red zone, you grieve that why did you do that, you could have avoided it. But when it happens in a custom room, when it happens in a tournament, when it happens in a scrim, and then you know that, oh, you could have avoided it. You could have just sat in a place, you could have just relaxed for 10 to 20 seconds, and that would have allowed you to be safe. But the full squad has been eliminated by, very unfortunate for them, yes, very unfortunate for them. But again, you have to pay for your mistakes, and that is what happened right now. Full squad has been eliminated by red zone. Team 15, team 18, still 4 guys standing. Let's see how far they'll go. Team 4 on the other side of that thing. And I was talking about how the teams will converge right now on that position, and I'm expecting a good fight there. Let's see if that happens. HS squad, they lost one of their players in the early game. They weren't able to get some more knocks. I guess they were taking the conquer rotation from the other side of the map, and now they were behind the Gatka and hospital area. But right now they have made their way to shelter, so that's some long rotations coming in their way. And still 15 squads are alive. We might have a fight at Yasnaya, and I mean the compound surrounding Yasnaya. Team 20 is still at this position. They lost out on Act in the early part of the game. Team 19 are still at this location. He might be able to backstab this squad. ZNR Helix is crawling his way towards that squad house. Shweta has been spotted by Helix. This will be an Uzi fight, and will he take the shot? Oh no! Shweta spotting him out, using that mini 14 to get that confirmation. Gets 1 kill for her squad, and also makes her way to top 14. So beautiful gameplay from Shweta as well. INE squad, still 4 guys standing, 1 kill to the name. We have our top 14 squads, and we will be looking out for some more squads in the later part of the game. Let's go back to team 25, Vitamin A squad. Vitamin A, ACE, Conflex, Mufrat are playing from this squad. Team 25, still 3 guys standing. They are inside the zone, but I expect a normal shift in this circle. Let's see if that happens. And I guess the Potato Hill might be in the zone in the last game. In the next circle, it might be in the circle. Team 17 and 10 are still holding to that compound. We might have a little bit of banter at that location. The zone is about to form, and yes, I was talking about how Potato Hill will be in the zone, and yes, it is in the zone. And this was an expected shift, and teams will try to move in the zone. There are only 2 teams in the zone, team 14 and team 25. Team 17 and 10 still might be fighting it out with each other. Team Ghost is the only guy surviving here, I guess, and yes, he is inside the shack, and he wasn't spotted. Good for him. Still 218 meters outside the zone. He'll try to move in. We have already seen 4 zones, so he can't afford to stay outside the zone for long, because he's the only player surviving, and he needs to crawl his way into the zone. He needs to make his way into the zone quietly. So that's one thing. Team 24 still trying to go inside the zone, and they might be spotted by team 14, who are already in the zone, who are edge keeping, and there might be 3 to 4 squads that will be fighting for that place. On the other hand, Marvel Fahad and company showing some rotation from the left hand side, and team 4 are in a very close proximity, and there might be a little bit of a fight between team 16 and team 4, and this range is outside the zone, but still many teams are stopping at this. I don't get the point of this thing. You have 425 meters outside the zone, you have 57 seconds to go inside the zone, and you are showing late rotation, and why stop? Why stop? Team 4 is still holding that place. They have been there, but team 16, they are the squad that are showing rotation. They were in a moving car. They stopped their car at a wrong place, and that might have costed them 1 or 2 players. But good for them, they have survived. Marvel Fahad and company still trying to rotate from the left hand side, still trying to rotate from the edges. Full rotation coming in from their squad. Let's see how far they'll go, and they are actually going in the claws of team 12. They will be waiting for them. Team 16 very close to team 12, and team 12 are actually looking at team 25, but they have another task to look at right now. Team 25 trying their way to go as far as possible, but the shots are coming in on Griffin. Griffin is very low on health, and his buggy has rotated, and he will try to heal up. He will try to go up, and after that heal up as quickly as possible, because 1 or 2 shots and Griffin will be down. Yes, he has been knocked out, and this is what I was talking about. Griffin knocked out, and we might see a rush coming in from team number 12, because they are desperate for kills. They only have 1 kill right now. Two of their player are surviving. One of their player has been finished off already, but they need a kill. They need that desperately. Team 16 coming in from the left hand side, they will be spotted as well. Griffin has been finished by Wizard, so that's one kill going in his favor. That's one kill going for that squad. Alright, M416 spray coming in on Marvel Fahri, gets a knock, sweet top, a sweet spray coming in from him, and he has knocked that player outside the zone, so that confirmation can be coming in no time. But Fahad has been knocked out, but it will be interesting to see where that, which team will take that kill, and Shweta and company, they just landed at this place, and Shweta also coming in at the same location. Two of their players were finished off at this position, so why will you take the risk to come here? And 3 kills going to Top's way. I guess in Top's way he has got 4 kills for squad. No, actually ZCD getting those kills, but Top actually did some damage as well. So both the players are playing it out really well. They have already got those 4 kills, and ST squad giving away their kills. Nabil gets knocked out by Playzone, and HS Mithu trying to make his way inside the zone. He is inside the zone. He will be looking for the players of team number 4 who are outside the zone, and Minso trying to apply some bandages, and he is knocked out by Playzone. We have already seen 5th zone, so anything outside of this will get knocked out if you don't have 5 to 6 health kits right now, and you'll have to pop in those health kits very quickly. We have already seen 5 zones. Team number 4 HS Mito is the only guy surviving from his party, and he'll try to move in as soon as possible, because the ridges to which he is looking at right now, they are 150 to 200 meters outside the zone, and if you look from those ridges, the grass doesn't render, so you will see the player directly. There are Sunny, last player surviving from that squad. Mithu spots him, finishes him off as well. He gets that 1 kill, but his position has been compromised, his location has been compromised, so that might bring a little bit of trouble for him. Team number 16 coming from the back side, they are trying to come up. Myth still surviving. He will be fighting it out with team 14. This is a 1v4 fight right now, so the Myth, which is TM Myth, he will try to still stop at this location. He will try to hold this position, and after that maybe Russian Rift AN gets a knock on Nay. He will try to confirm it. On the other hand, Myth still trying to survive, still trying to stop at this location, still trying to hold this position. It looks like a difficult task right now. Let's see if that actually goes in his favor, in his way. Fury Matrix still in front of us. Matrix going from the right hand side, and he has spotted the players of team 6 as well. And if we talk about the other players from team number 15, Matrix using that AKM on team 22, but didn't take those shots because he doesn't want to give out his location, or just give any kind of opening to the other squad. Team number 18 on the other hand, Rashne has been revived. Team number 5 in a very close proximity with team number 18. We might have a fight here as well. Team 25 on the other hand, they're trying to make their way inside the zone. They are on the edge of the zone. They are making it their way, and they are getting those knocks as well. Let's get back to team number 25. They are in a very close proximity. They are trying to move in. They have the ridge. They will try to get that knock. They will go for those confirmations as soon as possible, but one of the players of team 5 has been knocked out. He will be confirmed as well by Ace Connex. And if we talk about the right hand side, there is a lot going on the right hand side as well. Beast using that M249, he has a lot to deal with. ZCD, he has got many knocks for his squad, but right now the main priority on his side is to go inside the zone. He's trying his best to go inside the zone. He already has 3 kills. Some smokes coming in from his side, but he is 43 meters outside the zone. Ace Conflicts get a knock on HT Marathi, but Rift Baby like gets a knock, and he gets to survive. And Team OP Shadow gets a knock on ZCD. He confirms him as well. So another kill coming in from the other squad. Team 22 still 2 guys standing, trying their best to survive. If we talk about Team 14, they are trying their best to fight it out with Team 16. Team 16, I guess that will be a 1v1 fight. TM Myth still, he didn't take any kind of shots. Playzone giving a lot of damage to all the squads as well. Team number 5 feeding out really quickly. Vitamin A trying to use that mini 14 to his advantage. He's trying to connect those shots, and he will be confirming that kill without any delay. Yes, T12 has been finished off by Vitamin A. He gets that 1 kill for his squad, so in total 4 kills for his squad, but he needs to go inside the zone. He is 200 meters away from the zone, and the squads are surrounding him. Team 18 on the left hand side, Team 10 on the right hand side, Team 2 in the front. Team OP Shadow has been knocked out by TTS, and Shadow gets finished without any delay by Bot. Alright, let's go back to Mini 14 still doing its work. If we talk about Bot, he also confirmed a kill right now, but the zone is favoring this side. The zone is favoring team number 14, and they have used that advantage. They have used their numbers really well. If we talk about D2I Reboot, he is on the right hand side. Let's see if he will be spotted or not. And Aim Guide actually gets a knock on Matrix. Let's see if Matrix will be revived or not. Team Ghost on the other hand finishes off Rex Scanner. X Squad getting a lot of damage right now. On the other hand, we have team number 10 fighting it out. Team number 6 actually trying to come back back in the game, and this gives us our top 8 squad if I'm not wrong. Yes, team top 8 squad. Hawksby is using that M249. There are many people with M249, but we haven't seen that M249 coming into good use. Vitamine trying to move inside the zone. He will be stopped. He will be he will struggle to get in the zone, but yes, he has made his way inside the zone, and yes, he gets finished in no time by Team 22 player who was solo player as well, and he has been finished off as well. Red Ninja trying to go inside the zone, and 1 HP by Baby Elijah, but he has been finished by Team 18. Everyone who is making his way into the zone, he is getting finished in no time. He is being eliminated, and that gives us our top 5 squads. All Might still on 3 kills with 6 I mean team number 6 with 3 kills, and his squad has 3 kills, and all the 3 kills belong to All Might. So beautiful gameplay from his squad. If you go to team number 14, they have been getting a lot of damage lately, but they are surviving. They are trying to come back in the game. Hawks Beast gets finished by Playzone. All Might gets knocked out and finished at the same time. Team number 17, Ghost, he was a solo player. He has got those 4 kills. The solo players are doing a lot for their team. They are trying their best to get their team to top 3, top 2, and we have seen this happening from a long time now. Ghost trying to pop in some bandages. He has already taken his squad to top 5 with 4 beautiful kills, and all the 4 kills belong to Team Ghost, B2OP, and B2OP has already shown a OP gameplay. But right now, if you see the numbers, he is the last guy surviving. Spidey OP is the last guy surviving on the right hand side. He also has some kills to his name, 3 kills to his name actually. Team number 18, I guess, on the right hand side as well. Wizard is also the solo player surviving from his squad. He has 1 kill right now, but his team has 4 kills. So teams are actually at the same level right now, but the main difference will be the ranking points, because all the players are solo. As soon as they get finished, their team will finish, and then they will get those ranking points. And you know, when you go from 5th, 4th, 3rd, 2nd, 1st position, the ranking points actually climb exponentially. There are a lot of differences. There are, you know, if you go from 1st position to 2nd position, there is a difference of 6 points, so that will be coming into play. But we'll try to pop in another health kit, and this has been the story of team 14. They have been, you know, spotted, and D2V Ronald gets a confirm for his squad. This is a 1v1 fight if I'm not wrong. Wizard gets spotted. M16 single taps coming in from bot. He will try to use that Scarl. He will try to confirm that player, and now all the other players are single. Yes, Wizard tries to come inside the zone, but spots him. Wizard will try to you know, survive. Will try his best to you know, spend another minute for his squad. On the other hand, if you talk about team number 22 player, he's trying to pop in some health kits if I'm not wrong. Yes, he has 2 health kits. He's trying his best to take his team to top 3, which was the right decision. Team number 14, Ninja has been spotted. Let's see if Wizard will take some shots. Will team 22 see the end by Playzone? Ninja gets knocked out. D2V Ranot confirms his kill as well, and bot has been spotted as well, but bot finishes off Wizard, and that I guess the heal battle did pay off for Spidey OP. He gets a confirm as well, and now this is a 2v1 fight. Spidey might get a chicken dinner if he gets a knock here. Bot is coming in open, and if bot will be spotted, that will be 1 knock coming in for Spidey OP, but the cover fire is coming in from the backside. Bot rushing in open, 1v1 fight, and the cover fire will be coming in from the backside, and yes, team 14 getting that chicken dinner if I'm not wrong. The squad from bot's side. Anyways, team bot with Fury and DTS gets that chicken with 6 kills. Team OP Shadow and company before US Rock gets a 2nd position with 6 kills. 3rd position goes to All Might with 5 kills. D2I Runot and Aim All Might, I guess, team 3rd position with 5 kills. 4th position goes to INE actually with 4 kills. 5th position goes to Team Ghost and with 4 kills. 6th position goes to HTG with 2 kills. 7th position goes to Team Rect with 7 kills. 8th position goes to Ace. 9th position goes to TM. 10th position goes to Suit H2O, H2D maybe. 11th position goes to PTY. 12th position goes to HS. 13th position goes to JR. 14th position goes to 30 FPS. 15th position goes to ZNX. 16th position goes to Maya. 17th position goes to Dead. 18th position goes to MCU. 19th position goes to Spy. Thank you so much for joining in. This was the end of the first round of today, and we'll be meeting you in the evening with 2 more matches. Thank you so much for joining in. Thank you so much for the love and support. I hope you enjoyed the stream. Please do like the stream before leaving. Do subscribe to the channel if you want more streams like this, and do join our Discord server. The link is given in the description to you know, participate in these kinds of tournaments, in these kinds of scrims. Thank you so much. Bye bye. Let's meet after a short break.
much, now I'm swallowed. Now I'm the fool while you're breaking rules. Dangerous path that I follow. Oh, go on, just do what you do.